Well, we're here today to test out two new pieces of kit from Carp Direct. We've got a tip rod and a fantastic new feeder reel.
I was blind, now I can see. You made a believer out of me. I was blind, now I can see. You made a believer out of me. I'm moving on up now. Yeah,
First up is the tip rod. This is part of the Fr8ction range. It's a 10-foot carp feeder. It's very slim in the blank. It's got a lovely matte finish and it's very, very responsive. There's three tips. It's a light tip, which I've got in today because I'm fishing for bream, looking for sensitive bites. There's a medium and a heavy. Now, at 10 foot, traditionally you'd think for bream fishing you might use a 12-foot, 13-foot rod, feeder rod. But there's a fashion and a trend to move towards the shorter rods these days. And that's because a lot of the swims are very, very compact. But also it gives you great control too. It's got all the classic features you expect off the top end rod. Classically lined guides, right through to a split handle. We've got some EVA at the top here, winch fitting and quality cork below. Really does feel like a very, very expensive piece of kit. But, you know, it's not the £90, £100 you'd expect to pay for it. Nowadays you can get this as low as £20. It's amazing value. And the accuracy in the casting, which is very important when you're building up a bed of feed, is second to none. There's no twist in the blank. Let me show you. Right on a sixpence. Accurate to a matter of feet every single time. One of the other things I like about this rod is just how light it is in the hand. So it's built on a very thin mandrel. The mandrel's the basis of which rods are constructed upon. And the carbon's wrapped around high-grade carbon cloth. And what it does is it delivers a stick-thin rod that you could use all day. It's just a matter of ounces. Fabulous, really. Now, I've teamed the Fr8ction rod up with a very special reel, and it's my favourite reel of the year from Carp Direct. It's quite posh, really. It's called a Fury. There's two Furies in the range, a rear drag one, and this is my favourite, the front drag one in the 40 size, so it's ideal for feeder fishing. You can use it for chubbing as well on the river. Let's talk you through it. So we've got a front drag here. It's on like a soft button, the rubberised button, loads of settings. You can hear it click. So whatever pound line on, you can really narrow it down to give line on demand. It's very, very fine setting. And it's finished in this striking black and red, which is a bit of a vogue colour. And if you have a look on the market these days, you'll see some very big reel manufacturers constructing reels in this way. This looks very much from the same mould. So it's a high quality, stylish finish. It's got a keeper here, a line clip. And that's perfect, especially for bream fishing like I'm doing today, because you can just clip up and always accurately cast to it. So that's a big advantage. And just check out the spool here. It's machined out. It's called like an exoskeletal design. So it takes some of the weight out of the reel to make it even lighter, which is great when combining with a rod that's stick thin like this. Elsewhere, well, we've got a double handle with this kind of new style grip, ergonomic grip. And you've seen these probably in the last 12 months on a lot of reels. It's like a Foamex finish, and it can be used left or right-handed. Now, I've stacked it with £5 line, 100 yards of £5 line, and it pretty much fills it. So there's none of that hassle of sticking loads of wool or they used to years ago, or any old backing behind. Pretty much nails it on 100 metres of £5–6 line. There's even a little mark here on the spool where you can actually write onto the spool what line you're using so you don't forget. And it comes with two spools, so you can have multiple line choices. The line lay is superb, and it complements this rod very, very well, and it ensures that my casting is perfectly accurate. Wonderful piece of kit that gives line on demand, so whether you've got playing a carp or a bream, you just inch it back and you never get any hook pulls, or very, very rare. So how much would you expect to pay for a reel that looks as great as this and performs as sensationally? Well, again, you'd probably expect 70, 80 quid, maybe a bit more. Not a chance. This is around £30. So watch for sales that come up now and again. You might get a few quid off it. but it's around that sort of price, and you'll get it on the website and in store.
Shines on, my light shines on, my light shines on. I was lost, now found. I believe in you. I got no
This rod's perfect, it's just the right length. I know in the old days we'd all be on 12 and 13 foot feeder rods, but you just don't need them. Not unless you're chucking to the horizon. These are much more comfortable, really easy, and of course in confined spaces, they're, which on a lot of commercials, you can't really afford a big rod. But this Fr8ction, it's very slim, a good action. I'm using a small hook and it's just bouncing away under the rod tip, barbless hook. There's no chance of it pulling out. It's a skimmer this time. Just starting to change colour, perfect. There we go, pop that down. Lovely skimmer. There's 3 tips. I've got the finest one in there and it just picked up the bite beautifully. Glass tip. Let's pop it back, see if we can get another one.
I believe in you. I got no bounds. I'm moving on up now. Getting out of the darkness. My light shines on. My light shines on. My light shines on. My light shines on. My light shines on.
Feels like a heavy slab, this one. See how that rod cushions all the lunges, but there's still plenty of poke in that mid third. So if you're playing carp, obviously you've got some control, but if you're like me and you use your rods for all species, it's forgiving enough to be able to play the bream. These are often the times when, just under the rod tip, when people panic on, especially on barbless hooks. Got this Fr8ction, yeah, the Fr8ction action is through enough to absorb those late nods of the head. It's a decent slab. Oh, it's a good slab. Let's have a look at it. Wow, just get it in the net. 10 out of 10 for the reel, 10 out of 10 for the rod. That's a lovely big fish. Magic. Can't beat it. Get on the Fr8ction, get on the Fury. Quality fishing.